So recently I watched this video about Pokemon Dex entries for Mega Evolutions, which was only introduced in Sun and Moon. And quite a few of them are disturbing, so bear in mind I watched this at like 1 AM and typed this up about the same time, so you know, this may not be exactly flawless, but it should do. I've had a quick run through it, it should be okay. So let's go on this. Is Mega Evolution immoral? Here's a quick theory for you. Maybe the reason why Megas are in such pain, because a lot of them are in pain, like Mega Lucario, and Mega Aerodactyl are like in pain and stuff, so according to the Dex entries anyway. And are in such pain is because Mega Evolution pours power forcefully into their bodies, and due to their natural forms not being able to contain the power, contain it, they evolve so they don't die from just the overwhelming amount of power in their bodies. And the reason why they aren't always mega is because the power stops being poured into their body, meaning they no longer need to be Mega Evolutions. But here's the thing, the sped up changes causes them pain and stuff, and in some cases to take on detrimental attributes for the survival because they rushed evolution. But this begs the question, for the Megas that are in pain, if they were forced to be Mega for too long, would they die from all the power being poured into them? And the ones who are not in pain, like Mega Gyarados, would they just end up destroying everything to try and get rid of the excess energy? So this can be supported by real life because surprisingly a lot of Pokemon and the stuff in it is somewhat based off real life. And there is a thing in evolution where if a great tragedy like a mass extinction, like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs or something like that happens, a species can, not always, but can experience a form of rapid evolution, causing them to evolve faster. Not too often seen because, well, for that to happen, there would have to be a mass extinction, and that does not come around very often, thankfully. Yeah, but that is, that's just all I have to say about that, is that, yeah, it's just like, it does make sense on how it would work. So now on to the big question of today: is it moral? Now, now to answer whether or not the protagonists are evil for using it, and the answer is no, because until Sun and Moon we did not have access to this information, so neither did your character, nor did in X and Y, and not until you read the Dex entries in Sun and Moon. It is basically innocence from ignorance, and this does work in the real world. If you plead ignorance to the, not knowing that was a law and you broke the law, not knowing, if you plead ignorance that knowing that the law, that so say you broke the law, you can plead ignorance saying that you didn't know that law, doing that would break the law. It will quite often get, it will be looked into, and then if it's found out that you did not know that it was against the law, you will get a lenient punishment. And I have actually known and seen like people completely just get off scot-free for pleading ignorance. But then while just before recording this, I was like, but this is still a form of evolution, and basically what evolution is it allows a Pokemon to an animal or species to take on attributes to help their survival. Now, there has to be there has to be at least something that, one Pokemon that benefits from Mega Evolution. So I went on to Bulbapedia, went through every Mega, even the ones that I knew weren't in the game yet. We couldn't get in the game yet. I double checked those. Well, I checked them, made sure there was no Pokédex entry for them. And for the most part, most of them don't have Pokédex entries. But, and near the end, I was starting to lose hope. And one of my favourite Mega Evolutions, the species that dedicates themselves to helping and saving humanity. Absol. Here is its Sun and Moon Dex entries for Mega Absol, Pokemon Sun. When this Pokemon whips the wing-like fur on its back as though beating its wings, it sends an intimidating aura flying at its opponents, Pokemon Moon. As the energy of Mega Evolution fills it, its fur bristles what you see on its back are not true wings, and this Pokemon isn't able to fly. So basically what that means, it gets fabulous hairdo. That is just like, it gets a fabulous hairdo. Absol is the legitimately the only Mega that we have the Dex entries for on Bulbapedia. They're the only. That's the only one out of all of them I could find that did not have a Dex entry that wasn't fucked up. Really, the only other one that didn't cause the Pokemon pain, but was still a bit messed up, was Mega Scizor, where wherever it pinches with the things, it rips to shreds. It didn't mention anything about the Pokemon being in pain, but it's still a bit messed up. Also, Mega Gengar's is ironically less disturbing than its normal Pokédex entry. Still slightly disturbing, but not as bad as a regular Pokédex entry. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I have for you today. There might be a little bit of something later if I feel like it, but this is probably all I'm going to record today. Also, I am actually using a different webcam that I borrowed off Blue Eyes Gaming. Thank you to him for lending me it. And I just, before this, I tested it against my regular one, and it is a lot better quality. 1080p. If you didn't know, this is just my regular shitty one that I use. Microsoft. Yeah, it's not as good. So, I'll see you later. Bye bye.